Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. What do we got going on here? This came in the mail yesterday. All the way from Australia. The complete other side of the world. Yeah, this is from M. Livingston. I think it's Mark. Okay, I always thought that Mark Livingston was in the UK. I don't know why I did. It was only a few weeks ago that I learned he was in Australia. Anyway, it says on the description of contents, bottle cap. That's one of the first things I read when I was taking it out of the mailbox, a bottle cap. You know, and I'm thinking in terms of, you remember the old Coke bottles that we used to have, and you'd take the cap off with a bottle cap opener. You never see those anymore. Anyway, a bottle cap, and then I kind of was feeling it, and I could feel it sort of round. I haven't opened the package yet. You're going to see it live with me. But then it hit me what it probably is. And let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right. Let's recompose here. Well, in a minute we'll recompose. Let's first of all do our usual routine. We talk about the temperature. It's not quite as warm as it was yesterday at this time, but I think it's going to be a nice day. Actually, believe it or not, yesterday it was too warm. It was for when I was out on the bike, and yesterday I did get out on the bike, and I actually went to Superstore on the bike. Yeah, I bought some hamburger or ground beef and a big package of spinach. Yeah, it worked out pretty good. It was kind of fun. I think I might. I said I'm not going to do that again in my ride, but I think I probably will. Yeah. When I went to the pharmacy or the drugstore or the chemist or whatever you call it wherever you are, I was noticing that a little shop beside the drugstore or the pharmacy or the chemist, it said something to the effect of vegetarian bakery, and I thought, vegetarian bakery? And I started thinking about it. What could that mean? So I thought, I'm going to go in there and maybe I'll do that today if the weather's nice. It might be kind of fun. And just see what do they have? Why do they call it vegetarian bakery? Is it a special kind of flour? Or, anyway, doesn't matter. Gonna find out. Okay. Would it be maybe a good idea to be putting the LED in this right now and fastening the wires? I don't know. I'll think about it. We are done with this module. There's nothing much else we can do with it except glue the LED in place. I think it was somebody by the name of Dennis, I think it was saying, now that you're in step 14, you're going to be working on the where the hanger doors are. And I can see them here. The D1 is obviously the side of the bulkhead, and then we've got these hanger doors that we would be putting on. And he was suggesting cutting them so that they look like they're maybe partially open or partially closed, or whichever way you want to look at it. Or it could be that I maybe don't put them on at all. I'll have to check and see, with those hangers, would they roll up like a garage door, or would they fan fold? I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. If I'm not going to put them on, it doesn't matter how they fold. Anyway, we are going to be busy here with making some parts, getting photo etch ladders. Those ladders, I usually don't have too much trouble with the ladders. Usually. They're kind of finicky to paint, that you don't get the paint built up so thick that it plugs up where the rungs are, and then you lose the detail. That's usually one of my big problems. Is when I spray, I tend to overspray something, and you lose detail on it. That's what I've said this how many times now. That's what I like about the Tamiya XF paints. They shrink wrap so well that even if you do get too much on, by the time the solvent part of the paint is evaporated out, the pigment wraps around the detail, and you don't lose it. Okay, enough of that. Let's recompose and take a look here. I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about. I was just noticing now when I looked at step 14 that this one piece, which is this one right here, we've already made. So we got that. I think we're pretty good at. I think we'll. You know what? I forgot what I was going to say. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have too much trouble here with 14. But that means we will, because it always fools me. Let's recompose and take a look at Mark's package and see if I'm right. I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah, I was right. There's nothing else in there. Okay. And you'll notice this one is not cracked. This one here's got a crack in it right here. All right, let's change it right now. I'm wondering. There we go. I think because I use a flame to clear it, I'm going to want to have it in just as little as possible here. In other words, have most of the steel out. Okay, now this should come off. Might have to get a pair of pliers for that. It doesn't seem to want to be screwing off of there. I mean, that is threaded. Yeah, that is threaded. Okay. Why is this not screwing off? Okay, I think what what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut this because it's not screwing off, and I don't know why it would not be screwing off. It's definitely threaded, unless. Oh, you know what I think has happened? This is not the same size. Mark, I am so sorry. Well, we had fun with it. This cap is for the larger container. So I guess I better just try and shove this back down inside there and not spill it all over my green cloth. Yeah, I think I can get it back in there. I'm just gonna work on this off camera. And this, I should have noticed that. I'm sorry, I did not notice that they were two different sizes before I started to try and get this off. Okay, not to worry, not to worry. Okay, I thought I'd just pass this little bit of information on to you. When I pushed this down and was trying to screw it in, watch what happens when you try to screw it in. It has reverse thread. It has reverse thread. Why would it have reverse thread? Well, why don't I just try this here? I know I know this isn't going to fit. It's not even. Now, who would have thought that? It's got reverse thread. You know, I have a very faint recollection of years ago, somebody's telling me that this bottle has reverse thread. Well, we got it back on there. I think it basically does seal. Now, isn't that something? Maybe what I could do is I instinctively want to screw it on this way. Okay. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take some tape and I'll wrap it around there to keep the air from drying out the glue, because it will eventually dry it out. Oh, for heaven's sakes! Well, I wonder, is this one also reverse thread? Let's see now. If I screw it on, I'm turning it to the right. Which way are the threads going? Yes, this one is reverse threads as well. Look at that. See that? You can see when I'm turning it to the right here, the threads are going out instead of in. No. Well, we learned something here, didn't we? Now, I had said there was nothing else in that package, but there was. There was a little note. I was kind of surprised that there was no note, but there was, and I missed it. Okay. And it was sent on the 25th of March, and today is what, the 6th of May? It took a while to get here. But it got here, and I've used electrical tape here to patch up the other one. I should have done that before. I notice it's sort of letting go. I'm wondering if maybe I was to, hit this with the heat gun and then just sort of, that might work as well. But right here is where the crack is. And I think I've basically got that sealed. So it doesn't really matter, I guess, too much what this looks like. As long as right here, it's okay. Okay, thanks, Mark. Yeah, very nice of you to do that. Very nice. Okay, before we continue on here, there's something that I think I should say, and I hope this comes across the way I feel. And Mark, you're probably feeling badly because the cap you sent doesn't fit my little bottle. Do not feel bad. Do not feel bad. The thought is far more important to me than the bottle cap. I've got your. I put your note up there. It's just to the right of the motorcycle. It's probably kind of hard to see, but I put your note up there. It's important to me. A while ago, I was mentioning that somebody had suggested. I think it was Dennis Dwyer had suggested about the doors for the hanger, and then I was thinking, it was Dennis who, must be about 4 years ago now, sent me some photo etch, and and it turns out that I didn't use it. I can't remember now exactly why I didn't use it. I think it was from an add-on kit that he had that he didn't, and I was finding it too difficult and I didn't use it. And I felt bad because I didn't use it. But the thought was very meaningful to me. So let's recompose here and get our stuff here for 14. At least some of it. Maybe we won't get the photo etch today, but we'll try and get all our plastic parts and try and figure out what we can do with those hanger doors, if anything. It could be that I may choose to not put them on because we might be able to see into the side better. Maybe on the okay, yeah, maybe on the painting and marking guide they will have had that area depicted here, and we'll be able to see what area are we doing. I think it looks to me like we're doing this area right here. That's what it looks like to me. So yeah, and if I look really close, it almost looks like there's some sort of fan fold corrugated sort of thing that would roll up. You would think that it would have to be something fairly strong so that it would deflect at least 50 caliber machine gun fire. Yeah, they probably were pretty heavy duty doors. Anyway, I'm starting to reminisce here, or I'm starting to think out loud, and let's get our parts. Yeah, let's get our parts. Okay, a moment ago I was looking at the clock and I was thinking I got to keep my eye open for Missy the dog, and then I remembered, I haven't done our part of our routine, which was get ready for Missy the dog, right? Okay, now we are. Now, step 14, H5. Well, we don't need to look for the numbers. It's obviously this piece right here. So I may as well just try and carefully nip it off here. I notice this piece right here is already nipped off. I wonder, in the factory would they have done that, or did they mold it that way? Okay, here's our H5. And it seems to have, if you notice, it has a bit of a bow to it. I wonder, is it supposed to be like that? Yeah, it probably is. Okay, what else do we need? Do we need anything else off the H sprue, or are we done with the H sprue? D, M, H, H2. Well, it would be, okay, it would be to this one or this one. It's probably this one here. Yeah, there's a 2. It's kind of hard to read, but I can read it. Alrighty, I'm just going to go ahead and get that off. Okay, the D1 here, which is actually this piece right here, I'm going to cut it off very carefully here. Okay, now what I want to show you is where I could very easily make a mistake, and that is, excuse me, that maybe I'll take these ones right here because they're a little bit more light duty. But you see these pieces coming down right here? They do not get nipped off. That is not sprue. Yeah. The sprue is actually right here. If you look very, very close, I'll move in so that you can see it. Okay, that's better. Now, you can see here where the sprue stops and this part here starts. So maybe I'll turn it like this. Sometimes trying to do something like this on camera is not a good idea, but I think I got it. Just put the edge of the cutter kind of locks into place there. You can sort of feel it when you're sliding it back and forth. Now, maybe I should be doing this off camera. I might be able to do a better job. Okay, now this piece here is obviously sprue. I'll trim that up later. Okay, that's garbage. And these ones here, okay. If a person's careful, they can you can generally nip close enough to the edge so that you don't have to do very little sanding later. Okay, now this one right here, you can see these Tamiya nippers are very sharp, and they cut right to the edge quite nicely. It's not going to take too much sanding to get rid of that little whatever it is. Okay, this one here, I'm going to get my angle a little bit different. It might not be good for you. Now this piece is obviously going to go down into a slot on the deck somewhere, most likely. So, okay, I'm just going to get the rest of this off camera. Well, there's only two more pieces left here. All right, so yeah, well, and then we'll clean this up. Now you can see on this side there's a little bit of. I'm gonna have to get that off camera because I can get the angle just right and put a little bit of pressure with my finger and just come in really nice with my cutter or maybe sanding stick. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay, the last major piece we need for 14 is M4, and then we need a bunch of doors. We'll talk about the doors later. And once again, we'll trim that up off camera. Now, as for the doors, okay, each one has a different number, so it's possible that even though some of these look the same, they might not be. For instance, this one and this one look the same, but they might be slightly different. This one and this one, this one and this one, and this one, these three all look the same, but they might be different. And what we're going to do is, I'm noticing something that you probably can't see that far back, but we'll put the macro lens on and have a nice close look. And we'll, yeah, I think maybe what I can tell that the side I'm touching right now is the outside that we're going to see. And the other side maybe is where I could just write the number of the door, or maybe even just emboss it on with in case when I paint it. Well, I wouldn't be painting the inside of the door. We wouldn't see that anyway. Once again, I'm starting to think out loud here. Okay, let's just recompose here a bit and get these. Oh, there's apparently I need the C sprue as well here. I didn't realize I thought I only needed the 3 sprues, but I guess I need 4. So let's grab our C here. Okay, we got our C sprue, and we need C12. Okay, and you'll notice that sometimes I will cut straight up and down, like at right angles to the part. And other times I'll cut at an angle. Now, if I want to cut, you know, back like this. I'll cut at an angle because when I'm cutting, I'll try and do this slowly. What's going to happen is this will spread, okay? If I'm using these, especially these larger cutters, it will spread. And what you don't want it to do is to damage the connection from right here onto the part by compressing it. So to avoid compressing it, you just cut at an angle, and it will have a tendency to lift, or in this case, push down on here. It pushes down on it, not this way. So that's why I do it like that. Maybe it's clear what I just said, and maybe it isn't. Okay, now this is number 12, and this side right here to me is clearly the front that we're going to see. And the back we are not going to see, but I'm going to just write a 12 on here. Okay. I'm pretty sure that I haven't done anything detrimental now by doing that. I do know that sometimes when you write with a felt marker, certain types of paint will not paint over it well, and you're going to see that 12 there for the eons to come. Okay, so we got that piece now, and we do need some more pieces over here. Back off of the M sprue again. We need a bunch of M doors. So let's just recompose and get those. Okay, we need 9, 15, 11, and 13, all off the M sprue here. And this is the 9. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get this off, and okay, and well, we may as well mark this one right now as long as we're thinking about it. Okay, so it's a 9. Put a little line underneath so we know it's not a 6. Okay, so I got the 9. I'm just going to go ahead now and get the others that I need and mark them as well, and then clean them up. Then we're going to put the macro lens on, and I want to show you something interesting on these things. You may have already been able to spot it, I don't know. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, hang on here, Missy. Hang on. Okay.
How many rides did you get in yesterday?
2.
2 long ones?
No, the short one was just a superstore.
Oh.
And
did you pack the stuff in your saddlebags?
Yeah.
Did it fit okay?
Yeah, to my surprise, there was still packing in one of the saddlebags from when they unwrapped the bike. When it came in the crate, there was a lot of foam and stuff like that, and plastic wrap, and I guess Bell's Cycle, when they because it came with the bike, they just stuck it in the one saddlebag, and yeah, it worked out. It was fun. Yeah. Waste their time.
Well, if you buy a dozen donuts, Missy is interested.
Okay.
See you later. Here we go. Are we ready for the house, Miss? Not too hot.
Yeah, it was too hot yesterday.
Why not? See you.
You betcha. Yeah, it was pretty warm yesterday. Kind of funny. What, not even a month ago I was complaining about the cold. I think we might have even had snow. Anyway, that's the way she goes in Winnipeg. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay, now there are two more pieces that we need here for step 14, plastic pieces that is, and they are the M25 and 26. And here we go, 25 and 26. Okay, 25. And 26. Now, I don't think I need to put numbers on these because they are distinctively different. Okay, as near as I can tell here, we have all the parts we need, plastic parts for step 14. Yesterday I had something unusual happen. Well, I guess it wasn't all that unusual because it has happened before. And that is I was getting angry with the model table. And here's what happened. I let myself get too far behind. I hadn't done any editing, which is what's happened again today. I've done no editing yet. And yet I knew that I was going to be getting a coffee visitor at 3:30. I wanted to go out for at least one bike ride. And I just was trying to do too much, I guess. I don't want that to be happening today. I had said we'll stick the macro lens on and look at these doors. Well, we will, but we're going to do that tomorrow now because I want to call her quits here. I want to get out and enjoy the nice weather we're having. And and I still got to edit everything out that you've seen up until right now. I'm not even going to bother to look for the walkers. We'll have to leave them for tomorrow. At least that's the way I feel right now. We'll see what happens when I go and sit down in front of the computer. But I'm going to call her quits here, folks. And thanks for watching. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.